Howdy, guys. Today is day 7 of solving LeetCode questions with me, and we are focusing mainly on the SQL part of it. So let's dive straight into it. I just share my screen. Uh, Okay, so this is slightly different questions, not very different, but yeah, it is deemed to be medium questions. So let's see. We do have two tables here to work with, and it's a very basic solution, but we need to put some thinking into it, right? So the first one says ID is the primary key for this employee table. Then we also have a department ID, which is a foreign key, which references to the ID. So ID and this ID, these are the joining keys, right? And each row of this table indicates the ID, name, and salary of an employee. It also contains the ID of their department. All right, perfect. So ID is the primary key, column with unique values. It is guaranteed that department name is not null. Okay, each row is of this table indicates the ID of a department and its name. So return the result in any order. So what are the results? We have to return department, the employee with the highest salary, and what is the highest salary. Okay. So as you can see, Jim and Max, they both have the same salary, which is deemed to be the highest salary in the IT sector, right? So 90,000, 90,000, 70,000, 90,000 is the greatest. So yeah, we have to display that, right? So let's get started with the working. Um, so yeah, we do have these two tables. So I'll go behind the dense and function. Okay, for the first one, what I'll do is um, oh sorry, I mentioned that this is the joining key, but no, it's not. This is the joining key. The department ID in the employee table is the joining key with the ID in the department table. That's what it mentions, right? So ID is a primary key. Okay, it is a department ID is a foreign key, right? So sorry about that, but yeah, that's the column we need to join that with, right? So let's do select name, salary, and department ID, right? And then we'll have a tens rank function over partition by the department ID, right? Order by salary descending. I'll just tell you what happens behind this query. Just let me write. Just let me write it down first. So let's copy this whole. Okay, we'll paste it in the Word. Just what we do in almost every other question. And sorry for the wait. Let's let the plan document. And yeah, let's do. So yeah, these are the three tables. All right. So if at all we have to talk about just the first group, so we need to make sure that we have the highest salary in the department. So coming back to the same point of one grouping, we need to group by the same department ID, right? That's what it means, right? When you say there are a lot of groups, a lot of departments, but we need the highest salary associated with a single department. So that leaves us with partition by, right? So we do partition by department ID. So I've just moved the last entry to the third entry. So that's what the group first means, like looks like, right? So this is the first group, and as you can see, the last, the rank that will be associated, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Oh, I'm so sorry. This will be 1, and this will be, because of this is a tie, right? The salaries are same, and we are ordering by the salary. So they happen to be the same with respect to rank, and the next one is deemed as second rank. But here, as you can see, the salary are different. This is a new group altogether according to the department ID, right? And if you have to do a join based on the department ID, so that is nothing but this is 2, so it's a sales department, we can see. So in the sales department, which is the highest salary, it's of entry, so we have to rank that as 1 and then 2. So all the output that has rank 1, right, are the output that we need. the output with the highest salary. So that's what goes behind the working of the solution, right? So let's do that. Let's get the same thing in place. Let's have this row number and also have the department as well. All right, department, which is IT in this case. Again, IT in this case, IT and sales in this case. So that will do our job. We have to return the department, the employee, and the salary. So let's dive into it. So name, salary, we do have department ID, then rank as rank function, right? So we do partition by department ID as I mentioned in the Word document, and we do order by salary descending. That's how we rank the functions. That's how we rank the salaries, right? So we do a from table that is employee as E. We can do inner join. Yeah, inner join department table as D. Joining case we have to remember it's department ID for the first table and D dot ID for the second table. Okay, so name comes from the first table we need to give, or it will show ambiguous error, right? So salary comes from the first table as well, department ID comes from the first table as well, and department ID, salary, these are all from the same table, first table which has a unique name. Okay, so we don't need to mention alias, but for better readability, you can always mention, right? So we'll have a rank function, right? So this will return all the dense rank associated with the name, right? We just need to put this into CTE with tab as select. What all we need? The department ID. Okay. We also need the department name. So D dot name as DPT department. So we do have a department column now, right? So we can always name that as department. So we just do department, comma, employee's name as um employee, and then third one is salary from the table tab. The only catch is we only take in the values where the row number is 1, right? That's what we saw here, right? We only take the values which have 1 as the row number. See, first we accepted. Let's try to submit this. Yeah, all these test cases passed. And we're good to go. I hope you learned something new today. It was pretty easy if you followed my previous videos. And yeah, see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.